My name is Nour, and I'm coming from Lebanon, a tiny, tiny country with huge problems. Small problems like electricity cuts, poor infrastructure, no big deal. To bigger problems, like a corrupt political situation, like taking in 1 million refugees, which is equivalent to 20% of Lebanon's total population. We've been having a garbage crisis for 9 months now, and it hasn't been resolved yet. Not to forget that we've been without a president for 2 years. It's funny and sad at the same time. Yet, my friend and I were crazy enough to believe that we can do something significant to change the situation in our country. We've got the skills, we're ambitious, we're educated, we've got all what it takes. Unfortunately, on our own as individuals, we can't solve the above problems. But what if we can raise a generation who could? This is when TeensWhoCode was born in October 2014. Coding is not just a skill. Rather, it's a different way of thinking when it comes to problem solving. And as Steve Jobs once put it, everybody in this country should learn how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think. When you learn computer programming, you start looking at the details of your work. You learn how to apply logic. You learn how to ask a good question. The demand for developers is increasing year after year. By 2020, there will be 1 million programming jobs left unfilled. Reading and writing how to code is becoming a new literacy, and it's our job to equip and prepare our kids for this future. Now I will leave the floor to Ziad, who will tell you more about how we do it.
So, how do you prepare a generation of coders, a generation of problem solvers, a generation of thinkers? The key is to keep it fun. It has to be entertaining. It has to be something you enjoy doing. And this is what we focused on as number 0. The very first initial step we took in October 2014 was design a curriculum that allows those kids to learn programming in a fun way, in a way that doesn't just require seeing text on screens. It was one step ahead. It was a step where they could actually feel the stuff they're programming. They could program robots, they could program apps that control robots, and many other points. After that, we started working on targeting those kids who are already interested in programming and who want to build stuff, who want to hack into the internet, who want to create new things. And since day number 1, we've given over 200 coding hours. We taught more than 75 students, of which 9 have created projects that are online, and 2 have gotten internships in current companies and startups. Now it's time for part 2 of the project. So what we're doing is, after creating those initial stories, those initial passionate kids, it's time to go for the bigger mass. And what we're planning to do is to target 1,000 students in 100 days. And we started doing that in Lebanon. And we plan on going around 15 towns throughout Lebanon in all various locations to target as many students as we can and give them an hour of code, where we teach them the very initial basics of programming. Not how to build the next Facebook, just how to get away with solving a problem, learning the conditionals, the loops, the simple concepts that make programming such an amazing science. Now, after the bulk exposure that we're working on, we know that there will be many people, many kids, who are interested in taking this a step forward, who are interested in implementing ideas they have, and they are interested in fixing the country and changing the world. And this is why we plan on having hackathons, boot camps, and workshops for those students. where we not just teach them programming. On the contrary, we're focused on nurturing their ideas, helping them design them, build them, and finally release them to the market so that their ideas can change the world. Now, this is a small dream that Nour and I have, and we're working so hard to achieve. Yet, with a lot of hard work and persistence, this small dream is turning nationwide, because just before we came to Stanford, we started discussions with the Ministry of Education in Lebanon to include programming within the curriculum. And this added a final step, a step number 4, to our plan, where we hopefully plan to include programming or coding as another science next to physics, chemistry, and math in schools. And we're really excited for what's going to come, because we know that the future lies in the hands of those who are yet to come. And those who are yet to come are the next generation, which we hope will be a generation of coders. And I urge each and every one of you to look around into your communities and to see those coders, and to help those kids who are interested in building their ideas, turn them into reality. And Nour and I will be here for the couple of days, and we're very excited into helping as many people grow the coders community, grow the thinkers, problem-solving community. And we'd love to talk each and every one of you delegates to see how we can grow this together. Thank you.